Hi, I'm Celine, and this is my dog Fella. We live in Revelstoke, BC, a small town with big adventures, big snowfall, and a big dog-loving community. From the snowy peaks of avalanche country to the remote forests of tree planting camps to sled dog trails and veterinary clinics, I've had the privilege of working with dogs in some of the most challenging and awe-inspiring environments. This has given me a unique insight into the practical skills and knowledge needed to keep our best buddies safe in the great outdoors.
How's it going? How's it going? Oh, you know. 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 It ain't so bad. I can't complain. Seems like some things will never change. Seems like some things will never be the same. How's it going? How's it going? Oh, you know. 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 Got a hole in my boot, and my shoelace broke. So did my truck, spent my last buck on a pack of small. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How's it going? How's it going? Oh, you know. 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 I fell in love the first time. Since the first time I fell in love. We're holding hands. We're holding hands. We're holding hands.
Revi is a town of committed dog owners, adventurers, outdoor enthusiasts, and people who consider themselves stewards of the planet. Our series, Call of the Wild, is inspired by the enduring human-animal bond and how this bond is shaped by the untamed nature in this area. It's about companionship, safety, and a deep respect for all living things that draws us to these wild places. Join me and my best friend Fella as we dive into the incredible lives of dogs in rugged outdoor environments and discover what it truly means to answer the call of the wild. Hey friends, it's me, Celine. Welcome to Revelstoke, a tight-knit community of adventurers, creatives, and dog lovers. I'm one of them, a dog lover, that is. I spend most of my time outside skiing, hiking, working, and exploring these mountains with my canine companions by my side. I'm not what you would call artsy, but Revelstoke is full of people who are, and their creativity is everywhere. From the murals downtown to the Revelstoke outdoor art movement, or ROAM, installations on the ski hill, to handmade ceramics and sketches sold at local markets. And more often than not, dogs, especially puppies, sneak their way into that art. The first episode is all about puppyhood, the excitement, the chaos, the connection, and how that unique stage of life inspires creativity in our community. We're spending time with some local artists who are not only navigating the ups and downs of raising a new dog, but also channeling that experience into their work. Because here in Revelstoke, dogs aren't just pets, they're our best friends. They shape how we live, how we play, and even how we heal. They bring people together on trails, in studios, at cafes, and in conversations. They're a part of what makes this town feel like home. And the bond we build with them, especially from puppyhood, leaves a lasting mark, not just on our lives, but on the culture we build together. So whether you're an artist or not, this story is for anyone who's ever looked into the eyes of a pup and felt something shift. A reminder of joy, curiosity, and love in its purest form. You're seeing the work of my friend Jess, a local artist whose vibrant pieces capture the heart of our town. Her creativity, like so many others here, makes this place feel like home. She is a local artist whose creations reflect the color and character of this town. Her art, like so many contributions here, remind us that every voice matters and every little piece helps shape the bigger picture. Artists, entrepreneurs, and dog lovers alike have shaped this place into something special. The spirit of Revelstoke is one of innovation, resilience, and community. You can see that in the number of locals pursuing their own unique passions and careers. I started a pet safety business, Bark First Aid, to support the well-being of dogs in outdoor environments. Because in a place where adventure is part of daily life, our four-legged companions deserve the same thoughtful preparation and protection we give ourselves.
You know what? The dogs always come into my art. Like, so much of my inspiration comes when I feel love and happiness and like just fulfilled. And most of those memories come with the dog. So they're part and parcel. Oh man, I don't even know where to start. He's doing amazing. He has the nicest little personality. Okay, so there's a bunch of things. So I thought I puppy proofed really good, and I didn't. Once we got him in the space, I was like, whoa, missed that. So the couches, I didn't expect them to be so small. So he can get under everything, and there's wires under everything. So we've got this down here set up. It's like a little hockey rink. And then we've got everything closed. So his first little area of the house is pretty much just this room. So it's like a very condensed version of an infant. So the first 2 weeks are like the first year of your baby. You're up all night. There's poop and pee everywhere. There's biting. There's chaos. There's no routine yet. You're just figuring it out. So just having that time to spend with him and create that bond even before like training to stay alone or anything like that, I think that's really good. And he's got such a good demeanor so far.
Raising a puppy is no small task, and here in Revelstoke, dog owners show up for the challenge with heart, patience, and a whole lot of dedication. From early morning walks to snowy trail adventures, they commit to fulfilling not just their dog's physical needs, but their emotional and social needs too, supporting them every step of the way as they grow, explore, and learn to navigate the world. In our town, people come about their dogs in all kinds of ways. Some pups are born into family homes, others are adopted from shelters or rescue organizations near and far. These days, helping a puppy find their forever home takes a network of support. People who foster, transport, share adoption posts, and raise awareness through online communities and local rescue groups. It's a team effort, and in a town like this, where connection and compassion run deep, there's no shortage of helping hands ready to welcome a pup into the fold.
I saw her on Instagram, obviously, and she's really cute. So we kind of fell in love with her there. The rescue posts a bunch of videos, so you can kind of like get to know the puppy's personality from afar. And then we ended up applying for her, had to go through an interview process, and then a little meet and greet, and then we got to bring her home and like take her for a beer on the patio somewhere, and like, I don't know, take her to the lake. There's so many things that she hasn't experienced yet that is just like super exciting. We adopted Honey from a shelter that it doesn't even have a physical location. They have to use fosters just because they're not able to provide a physical location for dogs. And other shelters that are super full are also kind of looking to fosters for homes for dogs. So it just seemed like the right thing to do to kind of get a dog from a rescue versus like a breeder or something like that.
There might be no better place to land than right here in Revelstoke. In this mountain town, a forever home doesn't just mean a roof and a food bowl. It means a life full of fresh air, trail time, belly rubs from neighbors, and a place in the heart of a vibrant, tightly woven community. Revelstoke is a town that's driven by two things: having fun and showing up for one another. Whether we're gathering for a ski day, a market, a backyard bonfire, or volunteer fundraiser, this community is built on connection. And in a small, rural place like this, that connection matters more than ever. We rely on each other, and our relationships form the backbone of how we live, work, and play. Our dogs are part of that fabric too. Here, it's common to see dogs curled up at their owner's feet in an office or workshop, greeting customers in storefronts, or waiting patiently in the passenger seat of a work truck. They're with us on trails, at rivers, in backyards, and beside us on quiet evenings at home. In many ways, they mirror our pace, our priorities, and our passions. In Revelstoke, dogs don't just adapt to our lifestyles, they're welcomed into them. They become co-workers, co-adventurers, and companions through every season. Their presence grounds us. They remind us to pause, to play, and to care for something beyond ourselves. So yeah, the dogs who find their way here are lucky, but we're just as lucky to have them. Because in a place where community is everything, dogs are often the glue that helps hold it all together.
The first time, since the first time I fell in love. We're holding hands, we're holding hands, we're holding hands.
She was in foster before, and I think they kind of did us a solid as far as training. Either that or she's just a really good dog.
There's something about raising a puppy that invites you to slow down and be present. Their curiosity, their chaos, their charm, it demands your full attention. And maybe that's why dogs and art feel so deeply connected. They both pull us into the moment. They both ask us to see the world differently. In Revelstoke, both puppies and art hold a special place in our community. And lately, the momentum of the arts has been building. Gallery openings, murals, stained glass pieces in windows, fresh ceramics on shelves. It's as if creativity is bubbling up everywhere, woven into the very fabric of this town, just like the wagging tails we see on every corner. The mountains, the rivers, the quiet snowfall on a winter's morning, all of it shapes the art we make here. But so do our relationships, especially the ones we have with our dogs. In a place where we live so closely with the land and with one another, art becomes a reflection of the life we're building. And puppies, they remind us that life doesn't wait, that growth happens fast, and the messy, magical moments are fleeting. They remind us to soak it all in, the playful zoomies, the muddy paws, the sleepy snuggles, because before you know it, they're grown, just like a blank canvas turning into something entirely new. In the blink of an eye, a puppy transforms, and so does a lump of clay. A sketch becomes a painting. A concept becomes an installation. A month in an art studio can hold a world of change for both the artist and their four-legged muse. And the magic? It's in the process.
Oh, you know. 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 It's been a long time. We've come a long ways. We've had some hard times. There's been some good days. We've lost some good friends, but we gon' be. Oh, you know. Oh, you know. Oh, you know. Oh, you know. Oh, you know.
Okay, we're back. We are 1 month later, and Lenny is this much bigger, and the painting is finished. This is an original. This is called the Illy, and that's the Illecillewaet River in Rogers Pass here. A summer take. I did a really similar one a couple years ago on the same size, a winter take. So this is flipped on its head kind of thing, and this would have all been ice and glacier in the other one. And then behind here I have Abbott Plateau, which is up in Rogers Pass as well. So that's that famous ridgeline with Udo and Sir Donald, Eagle. Well, this is a really easy place to find inspiration because it's so beautiful here. The mountains are epic. We have 2 national parks, so there's so much untouched by people, which is the good stuff. Yeah, inspiration isn't too hard to stumble on. This one, everything has a little bit of green in it. So I started with these like pine colors, and then I went into these really yellowy ones. And these, believe it or not, are green. They're just turquoise. And when you put them beside truer greens, they look bluer from the contrast. So that's what I was trying. This is my take on a monochromatic.
It's our Alpine Echo Gallery. Yeah, we just opened in the middle of September. Yeah, we're really proud to represent. We've got about 30 artists here. Most of them are local, like Revelstoke area. Some are from Alberta and other parts of BC, but yeah, everyone's either from BC or Alberta here.
I'm Megan Oxford. I am an artist and this beautiful boy's mom.
Who is he?
This is Buddy McNoodles.
Buddy McNoodles.
Yeah.
The first.
The first, yeah, and the only. We only say his full name when he's in trouble, though, so it's usually just Buddy. It was love at first sight. When I drove him home, he had his head on my shoulder, and I'm like crying, driving, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so perfect. So yeah, it's been just amazing ever since then. So 2020, we got him.
Yeah, and he's a star like on his own too.
He
like,
really is.
And also like kind of the focal point of some of your artwork, hey?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've probably painted him 10 times, probably just as much as my daughter. I have paintings up at the Mackenzie Outpost. I took a bit of a hiatus to deal with my baby and everything, but I still have my wine glass business. It's called Drinking with Friends, and so you really can get anything put on it, but dog people are my people. I've probably painted maybe 300 dog glasses. Especially like in bear country here, he's probably chased off at least 5 bears in the last few years, like just going on like little trails around town. So I feel like I'm scared when I don't have him with me, but when I have him with me, I'm like, oh, I'm well looked after. He provides me with so much like comfort when I am like in bear country. Literally all my best friends are crazy dog obsessed people, and so when we get together and our dogs get together, their spirit comes out. I'm happy that I found Revelstoke and that I found this beautiful, perfect dog, and then he is just living his best life here. It's really, Revelstoke is the best place to have a dog for sure. Yeah, I have ideas on writing and illustrating a children's book right now that hopefully will come into fruition one day in the near future, but Buddy is definitely going to be the star of the book.
Hey, buddy. Fighting crime.
Yeah.
Skiing in the POW.
And it's like all based on true stories, like chasing away bears, you know, just, yeah, that's right.
We have an African gray parrot at home. It's really funny. They have an amazing relationship. They both try to control each other. The parrot tries to control the dog, and the dog tries to like control the parrot. And if he's always at the foot of the bird's cage, and if he leaves, then the parrot will call him back and will tell him to sit and stay. And Summit is a 12-year-old border collie. He belonged to my good friend Tanya Halik. Tanya and I met each other through the CARTA program. We were both dog handlers. And then Tanya and her daughter Martina embarked on an amazing trip. They ski toured up from Squamish to Alaska. It took them 6 months. Epic trip. They made a movie about it, This Mountain Life. Highly recommend that movie. And while they were gone, I got to look after Summit. And yeah, we just became really good friends. And yeah, Tanya kept going on these amazing trips. She canoed some amazing rivers up in the Yukon, and I always got to look after Summit. And life kind of changes, and Summit ended up living with us. And yeah, I think he's living his best life here. He's in his senior glory years, and I've got a few pieces in here too. There's not very many places I can display some of my larger pieces, so I'm really fortunate to be in this space. He's called A Horse with No Name because he's been through the desert.
Right.
He's solid driftwood all the way. When I was building him, I actually looked up what a horse skeleton should look like, and I kind of tried to find some driftwood pieces that resembled a skeleton. It was a lot of collecting driftwood, lots of dog walks on the beach, and the dogwood helped me sticks home sometimes too.
That's awesome.
I think anything can be made into art. You just have to have the right perspective on it.
Well, I had me a wife, gave me trouble all my life. Left me out in the cold rain and snow. Rain and snow, oh, Lord. Left me out in the cold rain and